Hello and welcome to the world of do-it-yourself packraft making. I started designing and building packrafts as a hobby in 2015, and since then I've helped people in over 30 countries build their own packrafts. I used to just provide paper patterns for people to trace, leaving it up to them to source all the materials, but that made it pretty difficult because there aren't any retailers selling the specialized fabrics required to make a quality packraft. So eventually, I started having fabrics manufactured to my own specifications and began cutting out the shapes to make DIY packraft kits. Now you can choose from several different sizes and styles, from the ultra-light to the ultra-tough, and for 1 or 2 people. You can add an airtight zipper for internal gear storage and choose from a bunch of different color options or design a multicolor pattern for yourself. The kits are only available from DIYpackraft.com, and some of the kits have innovative features that aren't available anywhere else, such as ultra-lightweight fabrics or a wraparound floor that protects the tubes from punctures high above the waterline. Each DIY packraft kit includes all the fabric and valves you need to make a packraft, seat, and inflation bag, plus lots of extra fabric for heat sealing practice, and for making small accessories and repairs. To save you time, I cut the shapes into the fabric so they can be quickly separated, and then I roll the parts into a small package to minimize shipping costs. Detailed instructions with pictures and videos are all on the website, and if you have questions, you can post them directly to the instructions pages or in the interactive forum. Either way, I'm pretty quick to respond. The best packraft manufacturers make their packrafts out of synthetic fabrics that are coated with a durable layer of thermoplastic polyurethane, or TPU for short. That's what DIY packrafts are made from too. When 2 pieces of TPU-coated fabric are pressed together and heated to about 200 degrees Celsius, or 400 Fahrenheit, the TPU layers fuse together and the bond between them becomes stronger than the fabric itself, so additional sewing or gluing would be redundant. The only specialized tool required to assemble a DIY packraft is a mini iron, which costs about $25. Other tools you'll need are things you probably already own, such as scissors, masking tape, and some scraps of wood. There isn't any sewing required. Heat-sealing TPU doesn't give off any fumes, so you can assemble a DIY packraft pretty much anywhere. I made my first packraft on my dining room table, which I don't necessarily recommend, but if you live in a small apartment, it's definitely an option. When you receive your kit, you'll start by separating the fabric pieces, and then after practicing your ironing technique on scraps, you'll begin welding the pieces together with your iron. After the packraft's tube segments have been joined together, you can coat the inside of each seam with a sealant, such as seam grip, so even if your welds aren't absolutely perfect, you'll still end up with an airtight packraft. The inflation valve will also be heat sealed to the fabric, and so will the airtight zipper if you've chosen to add one to your kit. After closing up the last seam on your packraft, you'll inflate it for the first time and check for leaks. You can install attachment points at this time, but I'm usually too excited about getting out on the water, and I have to take a new packraft on its maiden voyage first. So how hard is it to assemble a DIY packraft? There's nothing particularly difficult about it. With a little practice, I think anyone can get the hang of the heat sealing technique, and there aren't any other special skills required. But you do need to have enough discipline to follow along closely with the instructions and to check your work after each step. Most difficulties arise when someone is in a hurry, often because they have a self-imposed deadline, such as a packrafting trip coming up, and they accidentally seal something in the wrong place, or they move the iron too quickly over the fabric, so the welds aren't fully formed. I've never seen a mistake that couldn't be fixed, but fixing mistakes can add a significant amount of work to the project, so it's best to avoid them by carefully following the instructions the first time around. It still takes me at least 15 hours to complete a packraft, and it might take you twice that long, or even longer, to assemble your first kit. It's pretty dependent on the individual, but the average seems to be about 30 hours for a first-time builder. By boat making standards, that's extremely quick, but everything is relative. Not everyone has that kind of time, and that's okay. For them, there are other companies selling packrafts ready to go. Making a packraft requires some patience and the ability to follow instructions, so you should only purchase a DIY packraft kit if you're the type of person who can do things like putting together an IKEA cabinet without wanting to throw it through a window. If you already enjoy a hobby such as woodworking or sewing or model building or anything else that requires some manual dexterity and perseverance, you're fully qualified. In any case, you'll find the build process much more enjoyable if you spread it out over a few weeks rather than trying to finish it in just a few long days. And if you can talk a friend into building a packraft with you, it'll be that much more fun. If you want to learn more about making your own packraft, visit the DIY Packraft website, where you'll find a blog where I post the latest DIY packraft news and reviews, customer build reports, and a forum where you can see pictures of completed packrafts and interact directly with builders from around the world. You can check out the different packraft models on the shop page and decide which one is right for you. And if you're curious about the quality of the DIY packraft fabrics, or you aren't sure which ones to choose, you can order a fabric sample pack and test them for yourself, and try out the heat sealing technique before you commit to buying a kit. If you have other questions, there's a good chance they're answered in the comprehensive FAQ. But if not, send me a message through the contact page and I'll try to help you out. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching.